Cosmic beings, welcome to Being Cosmic. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I am so glad that each and every one of you are here. My name is Devon, and I will be doing a collective message today. So, with that, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, so I split the deck to start shuffling, and then I was guided to look at it. We've got the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Swords on the split. So, the Ten of Cups is happily ever after. It's complete emotional fulfillment with another person. Um, it's a long-term, very fulfilling, evenly yoked connection. Ace of Swords is truth, communication. It can also be like an aha moment, kind of like a download or a message that comes in from source, from spirit, the divine, whatever however you perceive it. Um, so for some of you, this could be communicating about a Ten of Cups situation. Maybe it's communicating with a potential partner. Maybe it's communicating with a current partner, something like that. Maybe it's taking things to the next level. Um, and then there's also another thread of energy where maybe you had an aha moment where you realize this is something you actually desire. So there's a couple different threads of energy coming through, but we are going to see what else wants to come out. Alrighty. Thank you for your support on the channel. The likes, shares, comments, subscribes, and the donations all really do help out. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you are interested in a personal reading from me, the information for that is in the description box below. All right. What's going on? The Magician. Okay, so you are actively manifesting something. You have all the tools necessary at your disposal to manifest what it is that you are desiring. The Lovers. Okay. So yeah, this could definitely be a romantic situation. And that ooh, okay. All right. So wow. Okay. So what I'm getting is you're manifesting a high level soulmate counterpart type dynamic. This is very much that evenly yoked, very compatible. This is your person. So I feel like you're really focused on manifesting this right now. And after some endings of some cycles, maybe it was endings of other relationships, something like that, there is a new beginning here for you in love with the Ace of Cups and Death. Um, so yeah, death is its endings of cycles, and then the Ace of Cups is new beginnings in love. And oftentimes this is also saying that there is divine orchestration assisting this as well. So this is yeah, this wow. Okay. So there's the Ten of Cups. The way that it's conflict. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Okay. All right. So, okay. Seven of Pentacles can indicate waiting. It's in the reverse. And what I heard, because it landed on top of the Five of Swords, which is conflict, it's also, it can also be self-sabotage. And the way that it landed out is I feel like I'm hearing like an end to the waiting. And then, yeah, so, hmm, okay. Because, yeah, there can be self-sabotage here with the Five of Swords. And then the Six of Wands is recognition. So one or both of you could be in the public eye. Maybe this has to do something with your soul purpose. That could be definitely part of this. But I feel like there was an ending here that is helping to assist like this waiting and putting an end to this waiting. And then this is also saying you're going to be victorious in this situation. And then over here, because that came out like that. Okay. So it kind of bridged those. Hmm. The way that it's coming out, you could have been manifesting this and wanting this, and then maybe you were in a situation, maybe you're in a relationship where you thought that that was the person. You thought it was your person. And then something happened, maybe the divine came through with that aha moment. Maybe there was something that happened where it was illuminated to you that the person that you were with is not the person that you want to do life with. For some of you, it was one of those, you had a realization that this 10 of cups energy was not going to be possible with the person that you were with, so then there was an ending that happened. um Take that if it resonates. That might not be for everybody. Then over here, there's another card of waiting, but then the devil. So the devil and the 10 of cups, what that's really saying to me is there's a couple things. One, that could be the situation where you were with somebody and you realized that it was more of an illusion. You thought that you could have this energy with them, and then after time you realized that that was not going to be possible with that person. And so you had that realization, maybe you put an end to it, maybe the divine came through and really helped assist you with clarity on the situation. The other thing that's coming through is there could be a part of you that thinks that this is too good to be true, that maybe this 10 of cups energy isn't going to be something that you actually experience. And yeah, and especially with the 10 of swords here, it could be because you've experienced so much pain and betrayal with other situations that it's just hard to really fathom that this is indeed available to you. But you're still manifesting, you're still desiring it, you're still wanting it. And there's like a waiting that's going on. I'm getting like waiting and healing. With the sun here, this is really letting you know that this is possible for you. There is a joyous, happy, positive outcome, and it came out with the 10 of swords. And so what this is telling me, the 10 of swords is betrayal. This is like being stabbed in the back. This is finding out somebody very close to you that you trusted did something that was, possibly intentional to hurt you, or they did not have your best interest in mind or at heart. Or, it's yeah, this can be infidelity. This can be lying. This can be manipulation. This can be, I mean, it's all of those things. And then with the sun coming out, what I'm getting is this is literally an end to this cycle. And so that could be part of the other ending here, is an end to this betrayal energy. And because you were able to put an end to this betrayal energy and put an end to this cycle with whoever this is, or maybe it was just like limiting beliefs, thinking that it's not for you, that kind of thing. Because of that, it's the end of this betrayal. And what the sun does, which is interesting, is it actually transmutes a bunch of this kind of like yucky energy. So like the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, this waiting but never seeing it manifest, that there's an end to that. And I'm also getting like there's an end to this waiting with the 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands is waiting for your ships to come in. And so it's like an end to this waiting that's coming through. There's a part of you that still does probably think it's too good to be true, but what you're not realizing is you are actively manifesting this. You are manifesting this with your person. Just be very mindful of this self-sabotage. When it comes to this, I'm hearing don't sabotage this. This is your person. And for some of you, I just heard second chance. So for some of you, this is somebody that you already experienced in this lifetime, and it's coming around for a second chance. It's like an elevated, upgraded energy. You and this person are in a different energy now. And so now it's really able to manifest. You've been through enough, you've learned enough, both of you, and you've healed enough and transmuted enough and changed, and you probably went through a spiritual awakening or something of that sort that really, there's a huge shift in this energy. Okay, what else is going on with this waiting energy? 7 of Swords. Okay. Hmm. Seven of Swords can be like illusion. Maybe some of you, okay. Maybe for some of you, you're still thinking that this is an illusion, that the temptation is, there's a temptation here to want the Ten of Cups, but uh, I feel like there's a perspective on your end where you're thinking that it's not going to happen for you. Maybe you've got a particular person in mind, maybe it is a divine counterpart, and you are desiring a union with your person, and you're still thinking that that person doesn't actually reciprocate or doesn't want to lock this down with you in the physical. What I'm getting though is you both are manifesting each other. So you both are desiring this with each other. It's just, it's going to be allowing yourself to, I was going to say take action on this. So maybe that's something you're really thinking about. Yeah, with the King of Swords here, this is communication energy. This is speaking your truth. This is it's also having boundaries. It's the King of Swords has been through some shit and has boundaries, and they're healthy boundaries. They're not boundaries where it's blocking or like shut down heart space. King of Swords in reverse is, but this is upright. So this is an energy where it's like healthy boundaries. You've learned enough, you've experienced enough relationship stuff, you've experienced enough life stuff, you've experienced enough things to know what it is that you want, and also, have healthy boundaries in place. And this is a situation where, with the lovers out here in the Ten of Cups, this is very, very promising when it comes to this situation. So yeah, it's going to be a very, it's like a mutually reciprocated type of energy that's coming through. Um, okay. Oh, damn. All right, we've got the Tower, which is it's big energy. We actually do have a lot of major arcanas out here, so that's big, big energy. It's very transformative, very life-changing energy. With the Tower here, this is divine intervention. This is removing things that were built on a faulty foundation. And so there's like the divine all over this situation. Um like this is being divinely assisted, very much so. And with the Nine of Wands and the Hierophant, what I'm getting is you and your person, like you and or your person, well, I'm getting both actually. So you guys both could have experienced a lot of pain, a lot of burdens, a lot of heavy energy, a lot of wounding. And the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. So it's like I've been wounded, I've done some healing, I've like this is where you start enacting healthy boundaries and things like that, and you start noticing patterns in people, and you'll start picking up on stuff, and you're like, wait a minute, I've experienced this before. I'm gonna, set a boundary here, or I'm not really going to let this person, get much more access to me because I know, how this person is operating or where they're operating from. And so this is really, really good energy. And then for some of you, because I'm getting like both of you are this wounded warrior energy, and when you are in that energy, then you get to guide other people through that if you're called to do so. And I feel like for some of you, you are being called to do that, especially with the Six of Wands out here. Maybe you're being called to be in the public eye and speak about some of this or help other people in some way get through their, darkness and get through their, healing journey and processing all of those deep wounds and so on and so forth. For others of you, or maybe it's both, but what I also heard was wanting to marry a wounded warrior. So it's like two wounded warriors coming together to have long-term commitment, whether you actually, want to get, legally married or not. It's just that long-term commitment, life partner energy that's really coming through, especially with the lovers out here. And the Hierophant, this can be, legal stuff. So it can be a marriage. It's also talking about like ascending. And so it's one of these things like you went through so much and healed and processed and so on and so forth and experienced so much. And then you allowed that to help assist your awakening, help assist your healing journey. And because of that, your spiritual awareness raises, your consciousness raises. You start operating from a different level of consciousness. You start experiencing life in a different way because you're not engaging in these subconscious triggering karmic patterns anymore. And so, yeah, I feel like there's been major ending, and I'm hearing also endings. And so for some of you, this is a situation where you've gone through so much, you've had revelations, and it's like now this is what you want, is this happily ever after. And I do get it is with a specific person that you already have your eye on. And there's still a little bit of doubt, but I feel like I do feel like it's just a worry, it's just a fear, especially with the sun here and then the magician with the lovers. You both are manifesting this with each other. And there's just like this waiting energy in this where it's like you both are waiting to kind of lock this in. But you're both desiring it. You both want this, and you're aligned to want this in a very whole healed type of way. Not saying that anybody's ever, 100% healed or 100% done or whatever, but it's you get to a certain point where you've done enough, you've changed enough, and you're on the journey, you're committed to the journey. And that's really what this is about, is two people committed to the journey, committed to their spirituality or their connection with source in whatever way that is. And then, self-care, self-love, and then those two people coming together to love each other from that more whole place. It's very complementary. It's a very complementary energy that's coming through. It's not expecting a love reading. We've got 4 of wands on the bottom of the deck. This is the union card, union or reunion. So I feel like this is something, and it's interesting because it's on the bottom of the deck. And so this is something that's hidden that you might not be aware of. So for some of you, maybe your person, especially if this is like a counterpart situation, maybe your person is actually already married. And if that's the case, and this is going to be very specific, so just take it as it resonates. If your person is already married, I feel like they are preparing to walk away from that situation. To be very specific, just probably for a few people, the thing that's really coming through here is that this is, in fact, what you and your person are both manifesting with each other, is this union reunion energy, but neither of you really have that confirmation in the physical realm yet to know that you indeed are both on the same page. You both desire each other. You both desire life together. Okay. Anything else? Temperance. Okay. So this is talking about balance, and it came out in reverse, and what I'm getting is there's a balancing that is going to take place once this waiting comes to an end. So maybe for some of you, you're waiting to restore balance in this situation. The Page of Swords. Okay, so this can be watching from afar. This can be like social media, or if you have a way to see this person, something like that. Um this is also talking about communication. So it's, a text message, a DM, or, a phone call, or, whatever it is. It's communication. And well, it was in reverse. So maybe there's a part of you that wants to communicate, but you're holding yourself back. You're not allowing yourself to communicate right now. Oh, wow. It's like a lot. Okay, Six of Swords. This is headed for calmer waters. So if it's been really like wild and crazy lately, just know that you are headed for calmer waters. And it does have something to do with a leap of faith here. And you're intuitively getting the insight to take this leap of faith. And it happened because you went into hermit mode, and really did the introspection. You allowed this insight to really come in. You allowed yourself to get really honest with yourself about what it is that you do desire, what it is that you do want. And I feel like it really is this 10 of Cups energy with this, high level soulmate counterpart, take it as it resonates. And then the Six of Pentacles, this is really talking about it's kind of giving from generosity. What's really coming through here is actually this balanced energy. Normally I don't take the Six of Pentacles as balance in this deck or the traditional tarot, because it's actually more depicted around the energy of when you have an overflow, you give, and then when you need something, you allow yourself to receive. So it's more about that cycle of giving and taking. What I'm getting here is that I feel like for both of you, you've probably been in unbalanced connections. And this is going to be a situation where you both are giving and receiving in a very harmonious, balanced way. And so it's like there's a lot of balancing that's coming out here. Um and yeah, it was, you did go into this hermit energy and did that introspection. Your intuition is telling you that it is okay, it is safe, it is time to take this leap of faith. And I do feel like that is, allowing yourself to take some action towards this person. Yeah, with the Knight of Swords on the bottom of the deck here. This is communication, it's fast moving energy. And the Page of Wands. And the Three of Swords. There could have been a heartbreak between you and this person in the past. For some of you, this could also just indicate like a lot of the heartbreak and things like that that you've experienced in other relationships and things like that. And there's been like a healing that has happened. And then for some of you, if there was a situation where there was heartbreak with this person, I feel like you communicating with this person and really kind of being vulnerable and communicating about what it is that you do desire with this person, it's going to help fully heal this heartbreak energy. And then the Page of Wands, this is it's very passionate, it's a faster moving energy as well. It's very youthful, it's very creative, it's very passionate. And so this could be somebody that inspires you, that you've got your eye on. In the Three of Cups, that's celebration energy. So there is something to celebrate with this person. In the King of Cups, yeah, that's that emotional vulnerability, emotionally intelligent, speaking from the heart space. So with the King of Swords and the King of Cups out here, this is really the ability to communicate your deeper feelings from the heart space clearly, concisely, and accurately. Um, and for some of you, it may not flow super, super smooth because I'm getting like some nerves and things like that. So it might be you know, a little like, oh, hold on. I got to collect my thoughts. Give me a second. I'm trying to explain something that I'm feeling, which is, sometimes it's hard to put words to it, especially if you're talking divine counterpart energy. It's so intense how you feel about your counterpart that it's hard to put it into words. Um, yeah. Um, but it's willing to do so. It's willing to communicate. So it's one of those things like if you are nervous and it comes out a little jumbled or whatever, just go with it. Just allow yourself to go with it. Allow yourself to be vulnerable, heart open. It is safe to be vulnerable with this person. I do feel like this for a lot of you, this is going to be a counterpart. This is a person that is safe for you to open up to. Um, and for some of you, maybe you've never fully opened up like this to another person. And so there could be kind of that nervousness, that fear around it of being so like exposed and open and vulnerable. Um, so that could be part of where this waiting is coming in as well, is it's just like, oh, I know what I need to do, but fuck. Like like that's a little stressful. Um, but there is something to celebrate here. And I mean, with all these cards out here, it's really a beautiful energy. There's a lot of potential for you with this other person. There's just a waiting that's been taking place for a while for some of you. And it's like you're waiting to communicate your feelings. You're waiting to tell this person and like express how you truly feel. You're waiting to balance out the situation. There's like a waiting that's going on. And yeah, with the Four of Cups here, that's kind of a waiting energy too, a little bit. So there could definitely be this waiting, or yeah, Four of Cups can also be can indicate like a little bit of a missed opportunity or not seeing what's in front of you. For some of you, that's part of it, is you're not seeing that you have the ability to balance out the scales with this situation, with this person, communicate with this person now, and you're viewing it as though you have to keep waiting when you don't. It's safe to put an end to this waiting and to actually go towards this person. There's energetic alignment when it comes to you and this person right now. Just a second here. Had to plug in my camera. So plugged in the camera, and then got told to grab this deck really quick. So we're gonna get a little bit more out here. Ultimately, I am getting that there is a lot of potential with this other person. You're being like led to this person with divine assistance. It's like the divine is pushing you two together, and you both are like consciously manifesting each other. So it's kind of funny because in energy, it's one of these things, like I feel like you both are kind of in a little bit of doubt energy around it. Both of you might be kind of like, I just don't know if they would really want me or really want to have this dynamic with me now, so on and so forth. And then it's one of these things, like the divine's kind of laughing about it, like, come on, you two. You both want the same damn thing. Let it happen. Like, or, make it happen. Take action towards this person because it's mutual. Like, the feelings are mutual. It's definitely a very mutually reciprocated type of an energy. Yeah, the fates. This is definitely, I mean, this is divinely orchestrated. You chose, okay, so I hesitate to say divinely orchestrated because it sounds like we don't have control or free will, and that's not really how it works. So how it works is you have your soul blueprint. Your soul blueprint is something you chose at the soul level to experience. So we choose at the soul level who we want to meet, and different things we want to experience and so on and so forth. And it's not every single person, in my opinion. There's people out there who think that it's literally every single person you ever meet, your soul chose to do so before coming in. I don't feel like that. But it's, again, take it as it resonates. It's personal, your personal view on it. The way that I look at it is this: there's certain people and there's certain experiences that we choose to experience, and we choose to meet those people in our lifetime for certain reasons. And then other times it's just, you've got, free will, just have the experience the contrast, learn how to manifest and blah, 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 blah. And so there's certain things, there's certain locations we're drawn to, there's certain people we're drawn to, there's certain dreams that we have, there's certain career paths that we're drawn to, things like that. And that's where it falls in line with like the soul blueprint, and that's where your soul is calling you to do this thing. And it's because it's in line with your soul blueprint that you chose to experience before you incarnated. So the divine orchestration isn't saying that this is something that you must do because you don't have free will. It's saying this is something that you are desiring at the soul level. The time is here. This is the fated situation in the sense that you chose to experience this. You want to do this. You want to have this 10 of Cups with this person. And this is your person. Especially with the Fates card being the first one out of this oracle. This is your person. Especially with the lovers out here, that's a counterpart energy. So there's definitely a high level of soul resonance that you have with this person. There's a compatibility. There is also this complementary aspect to it, where it's like that yin yang energy, this balancing, this it's a perfect match. And again, it's not saying that you and your person are perfect, because we're all humans. It's just saying that you're perfectly matched for each other. you balance each other out. There's certain things that you experience with this person that maybe you've never experienced with anybody else, or that you will experience with them that you've never experienced with anybody else. It just depends on, your situation. So this is letting you know that this is your person. And we'll see if we get the divine timing card out here, because I'm feeling like there's this alignment in both of your energies right now. And so it's like the universe is pushing you two together because you're both manifesting it. You both want this, you're both desiring this at the human conscience level, to be clear. Like, this is a very much conscience manifestation that is happening at this point. Kind of flew out there. Okay, flexible. So stay flexible when it comes to this situation. For some of you, I'm getting like there's a stickiness in it. What I mean by that, yeah. Okay. What I mean by that is like there might be other factors where it's like you go towards this person, you start communicating with them, and then maybe, like let's say that your counterpart or your high level soulmate, the person that you're desiring this 10 of cups with, who is desiring it with you, maybe they're in a different commitment. Maybe there's a location distance between you two. Maybe there's like somebody would have to move. Maybe somebody would have to change careers, or, something like that. So there's almost like there's this little bit of energy around it where it's like, if you go towards this person and it seems like there's an obstacle in the way, just know that that is something that the divine is coming through to help orchestrate, like these endings and these clearings. So stay flexible when it comes to the situation, because this is something that both of you are desiring. It is something you both want. You're both consciously manifesting it. You're both evenly yoked for each other. So the divine is going to help you move mountains to ensure that you can lock this in. So just remember that. Um, okay, higher power. So yeah, this is divine. This is being very much divinely led. Your higher selves are in communication with each other. Your higher selves are working with your human selves to do what's necessary to get you to in each other's, I was going to say in each other's orbit, and then I feel like you already are in each other's orbit energetically. So this is like really, really coming together and communicating and attempting, well, not even attempting, it's doing what's necessary to lock this in the physical realm. um okay, and then truth be told, and chopped wood on top of it. For some of you, there is, okay, so for some of you, I am getting a counterpart threat of energy where it's a no contact situation and you're debating on breaking no contact. For some of you, what is happening, and this has come up in the readings quite a bit, especially for the divine masculine, is it's this energy of like, what needs to be done. You need to speak your truth to this person. You know that that is the next step. And then you're distracting yourself with like productivity, but it's in the sense of like it's a distraction. So you're pushing yourself into work. You're focusing on work. You're focusing on mundane tasks at home. You're focusing on all these other things. I need to detail my truck again, or I need to, that was really random. Detail my vehicle again. Um, I need to, oh, there's a little bit of dirt that got on there, so I need to make sure it's completely spotless. Or, oh, my grass grew another quarter of an inch, so I have to mow it before I can do this. It's like this, it's a tricky way that the ego comes in and distracts us and keeps us feeling like we're being productive, even though we are, like mowing the grass is indeed productive. It's just one of these things of like it's in an attempt to distract you from doing the thing that you are being called to do for your next step in alignment. Um, for some of you, what's also going to happen is when you do communicate with this person and you express that heart open uh energy, like you have a heart to heart with this person, you get vulnerable, so on and so forth, then what's going to happen is it's going to trigger this series of events where there's like cleaning up that needs to be done. There's going to be some things, especially like if one of you has to move to be close to the other, or change careers, or do these kinds of things. That could also be kind of this progression. Okay, and then we've got imagine on the bottom of the deck. Now, this is talking about allowing yourself to manifest what you're like envisioning in your mind, like those fantasies, those daydreams, those things like that. It's allowing yourself to actually follow the guidance to manifest this and bring it into the physical and out of the mental realm, more or less. Um, and I feel like you are just on the brink of doing this. And the divine is helping you with this. The divine is helping to orchestrate this with you and this person. There is an element of soul purpose that's coming through for some of you as well. So maybe you are going to come together with this person and work on your soul purpose together. Yeah, this is okay, what I'm hearing is this is like your true happiness, your true peace. This is the ability to truly be happy and feel at peace with another person. For some of you, maybe you've never truly felt 100% happy or peaceful in another connection or with another person. And you can feel like this, like alone or by yourself, but it hasn't really been there with another, like, romantic person, and this is saying that this is a person that you can feel very happy with and very peaceful with. Now, happiness is an internal state of being, so it's not one of these things. Don't look at it as like, "Well, I need to be with this person to be happy." It's just the sense that there's this compatibility, there's this understanding, there's this evenly yoked energy in this situation where it's like your happiness is infectious to your person and then their happiness is infectious to you, and so it just compounds and amplifies it to where it's just like every day you just have this sense of peace and happiness at the situation. And that's not saying there's not going to be bad days, there's not saying that there's not going to be work, especially if this is a high, like if this is a counterpart or twin flame. There's going to be activations that happen. There's going to be challenges that arise. There's going to be wounds that you thought that you already healed that kind of come back up because it's like, oh, it's not quite fully healed. And there's also this element of like actually being able to fully trust another person completely that's coming through. And for some of you that I'm channeling into right now, I don't feel like you or this person have ever truly felt like that with another person except each other, which is, like, again, that would be like that's very counterpart type energy. Um, okay. Ooh, okay. So yeah, there is this element of you not feeling alone with this person. Um, And you probably okay, so for a lot of you, the way that it's kind of going now, I'm getting really this no contact energy. If you have not met this person yet, then you will meet them serendipitously. So don't worry about it. This is again, the universe, the divine is orchestrating you two coming together. So, just don't worry about it. Just know that it's coming, know that it's going to happen for you, and follow the guidance, listen to your intuition, and you will meet this person serendipitously. It will be one of these like you're just taking your daily walk, and then all of a sudden, you meet your person on the sidewalk, or you go to the grocery store, you go to an event, or whatever it is, and you meet your person there, farmer's market, whatever. Um, for others of you, if this is the no contact situation, you've already met your person, you already know that they are your person, like they are your counterpart basically, then you met them in that way. It was you weren't looking for it, you weren't trying to find it. It just all of a sudden they were there. Um yeah. So there and that's, that's the universe at work. That's your higher self helping to orchestrate things. So that's again, stay flexible, continue to trust, continue to listen to your intuition and follow that guidance when it comes in. And then this orphaned energy, I feel like for some of you, if you've already met this person, when you met this person, maybe it took a little bit of like communicating with them or being in their energy, but all of a sudden it was this thing where like you and your person both were like, holy shit, this person actually understands me. I'm getting very unique energy from both of you. And so I feel like there is this energy where neither of you have truly felt seen, understood, or appreciated by those around you. And then when you met this person, it was like, this is the person that gets me. This is the person that sees me. For some of you, um, if you've already met this person, this was like the only person that either of you actually like fell in love with. And maybe for some of you, you don't know that that is a reciprocated thing, that that is actually the case for your person as well. And so I do feel like that is something that will be illuminated once you are communicating with each other. For those of you that have not met this person yet, you will have that sense of home with this person. That's that sense of being fully understood and seen and appreciated by this other person. And then it's mutual. It's going to go both ways. Okay. And then these two. Poised and Treasure Island. Oh, beautiful. So you're perfectly positioned for this. You are in the correct energy that you need to be in to go get your treasure. Um, Treasure Island is it's really talking about going to your dream reality, more or less. Whatever that is for you, everybody's is different. And so I do feel like a big part of this is this 10 of cups energy with your person. And you're perfectly positioned for this. You're in the perfect energy for this. It is in alignment for you now. Um yeah. Yeah, and this is an energy where it's like you are perfectly positioned to have not only just the 10 of cups here with your person, this happily ever after energy, but it's also like financial. It's also like in the physical realm as well. So it's like emotional fulfillment, physical fulfillment, mental fulfillment, spiritual fulfillment with another person, and you're building together and you're living life together and you're each other's person and you're each other's safe space. And yeah, it's a really beautiful energy that's coming through. It is going to require a leap of faith into the unknown. Um, and it just depends. If you're in a no contact situation, it's gonna vary for the advice on how to continue to navigate this. For the person, it's one of these things like I feel like you know if the ball is in your court or not. And so if the ball is in your court, then your guidance, your recommendation is to allow yourself to take those action steps towards this person. If you know that the ball is not in your court, then your goal is to continue to do what you've been doing to allow yourself to receive this when it comes in. And that's just it's going to vary, it's one of those things like if this person, was the one that left you on red, then it's the ball's in their court. If you're the one that left them on red, the ball's in your court, that kind of thing. So listen to your intuition, follow that guidance. It does get tricky on this journey sometimes because I do get it. There have been times when I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. And I'm like, the divine comes through and is like, no, you're not. And I'm like, damn it. All right, fine. I'll just be patient because that's real fucking easy. I have an issue with being patient. It's a challenge. But that's one of my lessons here. So anyhow, make sure you're listening to your intuition. That's the moral of the story. Just in life in general, but especially in this situation. We do have the no place like home on the bottom of the deck here. This is that energy of feeling like you're at home with another person. And I do feel like I'm talking to people who are different. You never really fit in with other people. You can probably mask, you can probably get along with people. But it's this energy of like not truly feeling like anybody else fully understands you or gets you or can handle all of you or can match your energy in a healthy way. Um, I mean, it's funny because I was like, even in the unhealthy way, this person can probably match your energy, which, There, it just is what it is. But yeah, it's this energy of like really feeling like you're at home with another person. And and that is something that is just so beautiful and so treasured for a lot of us who feel so different. You know, yeah. And then there's mending. So there is this energy where it is safe to mend the situation. So if this is a no contact situation for you, there is this mending energy that is it's the perfect time, it's the perfect alignment between you and this other person to actually mend the situation and begin your new life together. And you do have building blocks in order to do this. You and this person each have like, it's like you each have your own little set of building blocks, and then you come together and you're like, oh, if we combine our blocks we could build a fantastic tower or a fantastic empire, whatever it is for you. And then yeah, this blessed energy. I feel like you are on the brink of feeling like seeing how truly blessed you are. Um, yeah, yeah. And then, yeah, there's that clean it up energy. So for some of you, there is going to be some cleaning up that needs to happen or that has to take place in order to actually lock this in fully. I am getting, I think I termed it stickiness, which was a weird way to put it, but it's like there's a little bit of stuff that might have to be cleared up or handled or, shifted around or changed or whatever. But you're going to get that divine assistance, so it's not really going to be a huge deal. And come to the edge, this is talking about that vulnerability energy. So make sure you're really allowing yourself, regardless of who reaches out to who first, whatever, the guidance for both of you in this situation is to allow yourself to be open and vulnerable and to speak your truth to this person. And there's going to be a regenerative quality that happens from this conversation and also from you two just being together. It's going to be very regenerative for both of you. I'm getting this energy for some of you. It's like you and this person, even energetically, because again, I'm getting that you two are in each other's orbit energetically. So you're probably dreaming of this person. You're probably seeing signs and synchronicities. You're in each other's orbit. And when you allow yourself to come together with this person, it just totally left. What the fuck was I saying? When you come together with this person, what was the rest of the message? Ooh, dude, between the, yep. Anyhow, all right. Apparently that was that message. Okay, if it's meant to come back, it will. And there's to go with the flow. So go with the flow. Allow yourself to be open, honest, vulnerable, authentic with this person. Trust yourself. So trust yourself to know. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's some communication that is being asked to be had. Um, Allow yourself to go with the flow when it comes to this communication. Stay open, honest, and vulnerable with this person, and trust yourself to know that you're going to feel if it's safe or not to be completely open and vulnerable with this person. So it's not saying that you have to just reach out and say it all in the first contact that you have with this person, like, hey, nice to meet you. And bleh. Or, hey, I haven't talked to you in a while. And here it all is in the first communication. It can kind of build up to that. Make sure that you're listening to yourself, though, and really listening to that intuition because you're going to know if it is indeed safe to be completely vulnerable with this person. And I feel like it is. It's just one of those, make sure you're listening to your own intuition. Um Above all else, above any other readings, any other anything. Listen to yourself, listen to your guidance, listen to your own intuition. And then go with the flow. So if there's something that seems to be a block or an obstacle, allow yourself to be like, okay, this is the person that can be like, okay, so this is what I've got. This is what you've got. This is what we both want to do or to experience together. So, what do I need to do on my end? What do you need to do on your end? Okay, now let's let it happen. And so it's really being in that surrendered flow state and allowing the divine to also help orchestrate this, because when two people are meant to be together in the sense that like it's evenly yoked, it's going to be a very beautiful, passionate relationship, especially divine counterpart where soul purpose is activated and all of these things. The universe is going to come through and move mountains to assist this. And it already has been, is what I'm getting. And so it's one of those things that just allow yourself to trust in that. And yeah, and I'm really getting to allow yourself to speak your truth from that heart space. And it can be difficult, especially if you're not used to it, or if you have in the past and somebody uses it against you and whatever, but this is a very different situation. So just know that you're going to feel it. You're going to know it. You're going to yeah, it's one of these things, like you're going to know that this is safe. Um to be vulnerable in this situation. So just trust yourself, trust how far you've come on the journey, trust the divine, trust your guidance, trust your intuition. It's leading you in the correct direction, even though it might feel a little scary right now. It's because there is a beautiful, beautiful energy here available for you with this person, with the 10 of Cups and the Sun and the Lovers. I mean, this is beautiful energy. It really, really is. And then yeah, this ability to really start your new life with this person, and both of you make your way to this treasure island energy, which is, literally dream reality stuff. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. And then yeah, you guys have complementary building blocks. That just came through. So there is something where you and this person working together are really going to be able to build in a way that is just going to be so mind-blowing, is what I just heard. So this is beautiful. This really is a beautiful, beautiful energy. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. I'm wishing you all the best. Yeah, you got this. Just keep following that guidance, keep doing what you can to step into the now moment, the present moment, pull into yourself, pull into your energy, listen to your intuition. Remember that the intuition works in the present moment, not in the future, not in the past. When you're thinking about the future or the past, it's in the now moment. So if you're the one, the ball's in your court and you're like, okay, is it in the highest good for me to reach out? Tap into the now moment and really listen, like, okay, is it in the highest good for me to reach out now? And then if you get that intuitive hit in that now moment that says yes, do it. Just do it. Allow yourself to do it. Um, if you get a no, then, wait, right? So like listen to your intuition. Um, yeah, yeah, that's the biggest piece of advice here. So yeah, alrighty dokie. Well, this is beautiful energy. You do have a beautiful connection that is waiting for you. It is going to be so joyful, so positive, so happy, so uplifting. You're evenly yoked. You're like the perfect person to them, and they're the perfect person to you. This is beautiful. It really is. So I'm sending you so much love. This is amazing. I'm very excited for you. This is wonderful. Definitely let me know how this goes. I would love to hear about it. And feel free to hit that like button. It does help out the channel, so thank you. And if you would like to see more from me, you can hit subscribe. It is free. I will see you on the next message. Bye.